I mean, there was the album, the Pink Floyd album, Animals. And then there was The Wall. Here's the most metal fucking game so far. Civalian or Civalian?
Civalian.
You control the Mecha Dragon, a robot motherfucking dragon in space blowing fire on everything. This game seems like it'd be amazing, but you die so easily. I mean, how in the hell do you make a game about a Mecha Dragon suck? That's a letdown. Plump Pop is another game that is kinda like another game, but with a twist. It's Breakout or Arkanoid, but instead of launching a ball at blocks, you're launching your child at flying saucers. It's a game about child endangerment in the name of saving the world from aliens? Imagine if the only way to save the world was to launch your only child into the fucking stratosphere and smash into UFOs! Oh my god, just for a medal of goddamn honor! Frontline. This game is basically the prelude to Akari Warriors, except even worse. I mean, holy shit, is it bad. This might be the worst game in the entire collection. So, unlike Akari Warriors, here you play as a guy who's constantly unhinging all of his joints. His legs are all floppy and he can't hit shit with his gun. I'd rather brush my teeth with aardvark shit that's ground up, digested dead ants all stuck in my teeth. Fuck this game. Wild Western is shitty too, but not as shitty as Frontline. But it's damn close. It's hard as fuck to hit anything, and it controls like ass. The best part of the game is the fucked up looking horse in the cutscene between levels, and it looks like it has Homer Simpson's mouth or something. The Fairyland Story is a pretty bizarre game. It's one of those games where you have to clear the screen to move on like in Bubble Bobble. But here, you play as a witch who turns enemies into cakes. After a few levels, she rides around on a goofy-ass wingless dragon. Also, in the later levels, there's crosses and shit in the background, and you have to fight the Pope. What in God's name is going on? Don Doko Don is another similar game. You're a gnome in Maryland. Not sure if they meant Maryland or Maryland or the state Maryland. And you clear screens with the saddest attack ever. I mean, it's hard as shit to hit anything because your hammer has zero range. Yeah, I hate this game. Kiki Kai Kai is a weird one. It's almost like a shoot 'em up, but not. It's actually a prequel to the SNES game Pocky and Rocky. You play as a Japanese priestess whose family gets taken away on a boat or something, so you set out to save them. It's insanely hard and has no continues, so I didn't get very far. One thing, what is this snake? What is this snake here? What is this thing coming out of the shrine? What is this shit? Kicks, Super Kicks, and Volfied are all the same game, really. You draw lines and try to clear away parts of the level while avoiding enemies and stuff that fly around the screen. Shack and Pop is a game that has all the enemies from Bubble Bobble. I think it's kind of like a prequel or something. You play as some kind of thing named Mr. Chakin, and your hearts get stolen. So you navigate a maze to find and release them. The game plays like garbage. You drop bombs to attack, but they kind of just do whatever they fucking feel like. Sometimes the bomb goes in front of me, and sometimes behind me. But either way, I always end up dead. Yeah, I beat one level, this piss puddle, and would rather punch myself in the nutsack than play another. I've talked about Bubble Bobble before, and you all know the gist of it, but here's the sequel, Rainbow Islands. I'd never guessed that this was a sequel to Bubble Bobble, but it says right there on the title screen, the story of Bubble Bobble 2. Well then what about Bubble Bobble 2 on Nintendo? Oh, we'll get into that some other time. You play as a chubby kid in a lederhosen with the magical ability to throw rainbows. What's kind of cool is you could even use them to walk up to higher platforms. I mean, it's a pretty competent platformer game, but it scrolls upwards instead of sideways. So even though it feels very different than Bubble Bobble, I gotta say, it's pretty fun. Another game related to Bubble Bobble is Bust a Move Again. Later on, the Bubble Bobble Dragons would even show up in the series. This is one of the most addicting games in the compilation. Each level's background moves forward in time. You have the Big Bang or something, a caveman, and Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that thing? Oh, fuck this game. I never want to see it again. Taito did some puzzle games well, and others not so well. Plotting is garbage fire. You throw blocks at other blocks. It has weird music and bland as hell graphics. And that's it. 2-Bit and Cleopatra Fortune, on the other hand, are pretty cool Tetris-like games and are really easy to sink some time into, especially 2-Bit. You know, this is a good game. I should play it some more. but I got too many shitty games to get to. Poochie Carrot is a weird one. Who would have thought with a name like that? It's like Breakout, but this time you have to knock down jewels. If you miss, the jewels get lower. I died right away, then got super lucky and fucked up the computer player. But those characters in the background are so annoying. They jump around and yell and do a bunch of weird anime shit. It's super distracting and makes the action hard to follow. But even weirder is Camel Try. Why is it called Camel Try? Well, because there's a camel in the logo. Why is there a camel in the logo? I have no idea, because there's 0 camels anywhere in the game. It's all about navigating a marble through a rotating maze. Maybe it's meant for camels to try? Oh, can camel try? Can camel try? Camel try? Taito also made some pretty decent shooting games like Battle Shark. In the arcade, the machine actually had you looking through a periscope and firing at things. But on the TV, it's very plain. You shoot torpedoes at other subs. I mean, it's okay.
Let's get to work, Battle Shark.
Space Gun is an alien-inspired shooter.